Story time. All right, I am Casi Carey, your relocation specialist right here in Northern Virginia, and today I have a story for you. Make sure you're sitting down because this is a good one, and this just may apply to you if you're thinking of buying in Northern Virginia and or selling in Northern Virginia. So let's tell a little client story. 3 years ago, my clients listened to me. They took my advice when they were moving from overseas to Northern Virginia, and we were looking at houses, and it was in a time that offers were going over a list, no contingencies, really competitive. And the nicer the house, we call these turnkey houses. If the house was turnkey, you were seeing even more offers, even higher over lists, even less contingencies. And so what we did as a strategy is I proposed to them like, hey, why don't we take a peek at this house? It's being sold as is. It's an estate sale. It needs some love. It really did need some TLC. Frankly, you should hear the videos from when I walked in and I did the virtual tour for them, because one of the things I do on my virtual tour is I don't preview the house. I never preview the house. So when you're seeing it on video, that's the first time I'm seeing it as well. And the reason I do that is so that you can get my actual impression of the home. And this home in particular was hilarious. I think that when I filmed a piece of the home, I was like, oh, they even played it on their TV with their kids when they lived overseas over and over and over again. And we have laughed about it many times since 3 years ago. So they listened to me though. They bought this house. It needed work. We ended up obviously getting our offer accepted. And then they did a little bit of work. Before they moved in, some traditional things like painting, fixing some floors, updating a little lighting. They did just minor things before they moved in. And then over the 3 years, they slowly started to improve the home. They did not do it all at once. But then they got the call. It was time to relocate, and it was a little bit unexpected. They didn't plan to leave within such a short amount of time. And so what did they do? They gave me a call and they were like, Casi, you have to come over, come look at our house, see what we've done. What do you suggest to do in order to sell our house for the most amount of money to make sure we make our money back, right? So that's exactly what we did. We did a walkthrough, and really it was in anticipation of their moving. They weren't sure if they were going to get the job. They weren't sure what was going to happen. And so we walked through, we were like, okay, I would do this, 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 and this, which is usually what? Bathroom upgrades, kitchen upgrades, lighting upgrades, and paint actually goes a really, really, really long way. So they started first working on the bathrooms. They did some renovation on all of the bathrooms in the home, and then just tiny lifts, we'll say, tiny tweaks to the kitchen. They did not do a full renovation. In fact, they didn't want to do a full renovation because somebody might come in and be like, hey, I want to renovate this home. There is still earning potential to happen. And so we did those things. We listed their house on the market, and we ended up with 6 offers on their home. 6 offers on their home over list, no contingencies whatsoever. And I am so excited for them because they ended up getting an appreciation of 10 to 11% year over year. And that is not what we were seeing in Northern Virginia in the last 3 years. They almost doubled what other homes in their area were selling for and appreciated for year over year in the last 3 years because they listened to my advice on both sides of the transaction. They listened when they found the purchase, and they listened when they were ready to sell. And I do not speak of these things lightly. Yes, anybody can list your house for sale. Anyone can put a sign in the yard, but optimizing your dollars is the most important for you in every single transaction. And that's where we came in, and that's where my clients crushed it. They did everything I said. They were absolutely ready. And you guys know, I don't always say sell your house. If you've only owned it for 3 years, I normally say keep your house, rent your house, hold it out for 5 to 7 years. I think that's the sweet spot before you would consider selling. But because they listened to me on the buy, because they took a risk, they bought a house that needed love, they gave it that extra love, and then they prepped it for sale, they were able to get significant amount of money, between $200,000 and $300,000 in 3 years in their home. So I really had to jump on today. I had to share this story with you because sometimes when you're relocating from out of state or out of the country, you see houses online and you're like, oh, I want this, I want turnkey, turnkey, turnkey. But sometimes you need to take a moment and pause and be like, could I make this mine? Could this make me money? Could I make it my own? And if you have time from close to move in that you want to do those renovations or upgrades or any little TLC touches so that you get to enjoy it as well, we're here to help support that. We've got the contractors that can help you. We can help them manage it before you even move in. There is so much that we do that your normal agent does not do. Sorry, they do not do it. We at the Carey Collective take it so seriously because our life was moving around all the time. We know how important it is to find a home when you're there for 2 to 3 years only. We know how important it is to find an asset that's going to make you money, and we communicate that with you. So if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about buying, maybe look at the not so beautiful ones and what potential they have. And if you're thinking of selling and you want to maximize your profit, I would absolutely reach out. That is what we just did for our clients, and we cannot wait to help you. So if you want to set up a consultation, absolutely no pressure. Just see if you need to hire a COO of your move. Send me a text, 513-284-5396. Send me an email, Casi, C-A-S-I, at thecareycollective.com. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, you know it, literally everywhere, Pinterest. There's not a place we aren't, because we are here to help you optimize your buying and selling in Northern Virginia.